Hello and welcome, Pauleh here, and today I'm taking a quick look at Rust. Rust is a new survival game. It's been in alpha testing for a while, and now it's on Steam, using the Steam Early Access program. And the creator of this game is Garry. Now, when I say Garry, I mean Garry as in Garry's Mod Garry. So yes, this game's going to be pretty good, I hope. So I'm just going to go ahead and do what needs to be done. I've only played this for a little bit and I just want to sort of give you guys a good idea on what it's about. So, as I said, Rust is a survival game. I want to say it's kind of similar to DayZ, but it isn't really, apart from the fact that there's zombies in this game and there's players, and players are actually a lot, well, I say a lot friendlier. They don't kill you as much. I guess that counts as friendly, I suppose. But yeah, so basically what makes this different is that you're in this sort of big wasteland. When I say wasteland, it's actually quite nice, you know, lots of rocks, lots of grass, trees and so on. And you've basically got to survive. You've got to hunt, you've got to, you know, survive encounters with zombies and players, and there are like towns already around which are filled with radiation, so if you go in there you've got to be quick, otherwise you may die to radiation poisoning. There is hostile animals as well, and neutral ones which you can hunt. So with that in mind, let's get started. Now in my inventory I have a rock. Now this rock is like your multi-tool. So take a look at games like Minecraft. Very uncivilized. I mean, you use your hands to punch down a tree. I mean, that's just barbaric. Here you use a rock, a rather large rock. So there you go. I can hit this tree and it's giving me wood. However, that is pointless, a waste of time. What I recommend is looking around for these wood piles that you can see here. If you run up to this, you get 7 wood every time if I hit it with this rock. Now, as you upgrade your sort of tools, you can get more every time, which is quite nice. So I'm just going to gather this. Bush. And you also get these rocks as well. This is where you'll get your sort of minerals, ores, all sorts basically. And of course you've got to be closer to the rock to actually gather from it. As you can see, I'm getting all sorts here. Okay, so we've done that. Now, I have to be careful. I'm pretty sure I saw a couple of bears running around. There we go. Okay, so first thing I really want to make is a hatchet. I needed a bit more stone. But there is a rock over there. Is that a bear, though? No, it's a wood pile. One thing I'll throw out is that even though this game has full PvP, where if you die you'll lose all of your gear and inventory, it's different in the regard that there are actually PvE servers out there where PvP is disabled. So if you just want to go out there and survive and build against, you know, whatever computer hostile elements are out there, then you can certainly do that, which is quite nice. So, alright, I've got enough stone. I can make a stone hatchet, and basically this has a little timer here. Now there are things like workbenches and so on which will help you create better items, but for now the stone hatchet will do. The one thing I want to do here soon is start hunting. I want to get some food, I want to get some cloth, and I believe it's getting darker, I'm not entirely sure. This game does have a day and night cycle, and the night does get pretty dark. Now once you've upgraded your weapon, I say a weapon, once you've upgraded your tool, there's little point in keeping the rock, so I'm just going to throw that away. Now we've got this nice stone hatchet, look at that. And this will allow me to harvest a lot quicker, and I actually get a better yield every time. So before I was getting 7 with the rock, and I'm getting 7 here. I believe it's on stone and that, which actually works. Is that a boar? Yes, okay, so we've got a boar over there. Let me sneak up on him. I don't think this actually works, but Why not? We'll be sneaky sneaky. I'm waiting for a bear to come at me. I have you now. There we go. So I just hunted this boar. There's quite a few of them here. And what I can do is, where'd my there we go. So I can now just harvest this. And of course it's giving me raw chicken meat from a boar. Because, you know, the radiation and all that. But, okay, let's have a look. What I'm wanting to do is make a bow. A bow. Where is the bow? Under weapons, hunting bow, and I can actually craft that. One thing I'm going to need from this though is some arrows. So what we're going to need to make arrows. Oh, it won't show me until I finish crafting this. And you don't actually have to keep this up, you can sort of take it off and walk around, but when you're crafting you're forced to walk. There we go. Crafting's finished. Okay, so I've got a nice bow. Let's move it out of the way. So what do I need for arrows then? Oh, I've actually got some, okay. We'll go ahead and make a couple of arrows. And we can use this to hunt. Now there's no crosshair when you're using weapons, so you've got to sort of keep an eye on it. Okay. I don't even need those on my inventory there, I'll just leave them there. Alright, so let's try this, shall we? Now there's a couple more boars and there's a deer. And there's a bear. Bears are hostile, but I'm kind of curious if I can take it out with this bow. This shall be interesting. Oh, got it. Still coming! Oh, Jesus. How many is this going to take? Oh! There we go. Now, sadly, you can't get your arrows back. Okay, so this is actually giving me leather, which I'm guessing I can use to make some armor of some kind, if I had to guess. Maybe not. Maybe I need a workbench to find additional recipes. As I said, I'm still fairly new to this game. Now I'm going to go ahead and build me a little shelter. You'll want a shelter with a door on, because as soon as you place a door, the doors are lockable. So every time you close it, no one else can open it. Now, the way this is going to work is that... Is that a bear or a boar? Okay, that was a boar with a big arse. Okay. So you'll want to basically want to make a shelter to put a sleeping bag in there. And what this does is that if you die, you will spawn back at the sleeping bag, and I believe there's a cooldown, at least that's what my friends told me. I'm not 100% sure on that, but you'll respawn wherever the sleeping bag is. So if you put it inside your shelter, then you'll respawn inside your shelter, which is good. Okay. So now we'll want to have a quick look down here. Wood shelter. Okay, let's go ahead and craft that. It's going to take 30 seconds. That's fine. And after that, I'll need to make a door. Now, I can make metal doors, I just don't have the resources yet, and those metal doors will allow me to increase, well, the doors have increased durability, so it's going to be harder for players to break through. I believe they need explosives to do that. However, people can hatchet down doors and shelters. I think it takes like 200 hits, or something pretty high like that. Now, as you can see over there, there's someone's actual shelter that's already gone down. I'm going to make mine here. I don't want it too close to the rocks, because if it's too close to the rocks, then the player's just going to, you know, climb on the rocks and jump down. But let's go ahead and pop this in our inventory, or hotbar. Bam. There we go. Our nice little shelter. It's a bit small, but it will serve its purpose. Now we'll quickly craft a wooden door. Now I believe you can go on servers where it has reduced craft times and insta-crafting, so that's something to pay attention to when you're looking at server names. It should say there, if you don't want to do this whole wait time, you know, to build items. I understand. Okay, so there's a bunch of stuff I could make, I think. Let's have a look. Okay, so we've got a door. Now the good thing about this is the door snaps too, so if I go out here, you see, if I look at it, it'll just snap two in place. So that's quite nice. Now I can open this, close the door, and I am safe and sound. So I want to make a couple of things. I don't have enough resources for a sleeping bag, so I'm going to have to sort that out. I will make a campfire though. That will be useful. And I really could do with finding some more stone for more arrows. I'm going to need them. But yeah, they're basically like pistols and shotguns and rifles and stuff in this game as well. I haven't really messed with them. I've tried a pistol, which wasn't too bad. But I know there's a lot of weapons. I've seen a lot of streams for this game. And yeah, it turns into a massive gun fest later on, but until then, I'm going to enjoy it. And there's my campfire. I could place that down. I could turn it on and off. It's going to be good at night. Now I need, like I said, I need some more stone and cloth. Sorry, buddy. R.I.P. Pumba. Okay, so we've got enough cloth. Now where's my door? There it is. So what I can do now is make a sleep. Oh dear lord. Didn't have quite enough. Now I'm out of arrows. The hunting aspect of this game is pretty brutal, I must admit. But you gotta do what you gotta do to survive. And speaking of survival, you can see in the bottom right, I am hungry. My food bar has gone right down. So what I'm gonna do is pop in here, close the door, access the fire. And we're gonna drop all this raw chicken in here for it to cook. Okay, that's going to cook. I might want to, well, it's got plenty of wood on there, I reckon. Okay, I can now craft a sleeping bag. And I don't need to, you can't actually sleep in it or anything, but it will just sit down on the ground and will act as a respawn point, basically, which is quite nice. Now, you can see in the bottom right corner it says RADS. RADS is radiation, and if you go into certain towns you'll start getting radiation build up, and then I think it's about 500 you'll start taking damage every so often. So at that point it's best to leave. Now you can get items, clothing and such, and which give you some radiation protection, but you can also get anti-radiation tablets where you can eat them and they'll, you know, take off like 200 radiation at a time. Something like that. I haven't actually messed with them yet, but I know they're there, so. Okay. My sleeping bag is done. Let's just pop that down. The ground's a bit uneven here, so it's kind of hard to place stuff. So we open this up, and there you go, we've got some chicken. It takes a while to cook actually, but there we go. I was about halfway there. Ah, oh, come on, hurry up. So yeah, eating raw chicken will actually take some health off you. And it tells you how many calories there are. I'm not entirely sure what that's about. I have a feeling they might fit in some sort of fitness system perhaps, where if you eat too much you end up becoming overweight, maybe you move slower. I don't know, I'm just sort of guessing. There may be a features list out there somewhere, but I haven't actually looked yet. Did I have stone? No, I did not. In fact, let's have a look. What else can we look at crafting? One thing I will need is a workbench and a stone. No, not a stone hatchet. I need a workbench. So basically, I need more stone. Now I've got to be careful. I probably need to make more arrows first, because if I get into a fight with anything, I'm not going to survive too long up close and personal. Better to use a bow, take them out from afar. Is that a bear? No, it's a wood pile. That's the second time I've done that. There is actually a way you can turn off the grass, and it helps quite a lot, because when you kill someone their bag falls on the ground and it's kind of hard to see, but what we'll do is we'll follow the main road so I can show you a few things. There we go. Now I believe if you increase the quantity, it will craft it all in one go. At least at the moment it does. And there are things like zombies out here, as I've said. Now some of them have different different health pools. I noticed some are pretty weak and can be killed fairly quickly with a bow. Others take a few more hits and they're quite nasty to fight. Okay, so we've got more arrows here. Just stack them. There we go. Okay, so we're set. We're going to move out. Now, as I said, I want to continue building some items that I need, craft bench and so on, but I figure I'll have a quick look around and see what we can find. I mean, you get the idea on the crafting, and you know, you get a workbench, and then you got a furnace to refine various metal ores into metal and so on, and you can use those to create better items such as guns and concrete barriers and things like that. And what's that? Is that someone's build, or? Server I'm on at the moment is fairly quiet, but I do have a more permanent server I'm playing on. Now I'm curious if that's a player building or if it's just pre-built. Bloody chicken. Scare the hell out of me. Nope, this is a player built structure. Okay. Yeah, he's got his storage boxes up there. I'm just going to assume that he places a ramp down every time he wants to sort of come up here and look. In fact, speaking of ramps, oh, I don't have any wooden planks. I'd have made one and had a quick look. Well, wooden planks build pretty quickly. Right, let's have a quick look. Go up there, see what this guy's got. So yeah, you can steal from other players, you know. If you don't secure your area, then that can happen. But yeah, as I was saying, base building. You saw me build a prefab sort of shelter. Now, if you scroll down on the crafting menu, you have this parts section, which basically gives you, you know, walls, foundation, windows, stairs. So basically you can build whatever you want with these tools, which is bloody nice. How do I spin this around? Oh, there we go. No, this isn't letting me place it. I'd love to get up here. I'm not entirely sure how this works, So apparently I can't place this at the moment. I think I need a wooden foundation on the ground first for it to be placed on. Is that really the case? Why don't we have a quick look? I'm not entirely sure if this is the case, but it would make sense if you need to place a wooden foundation before you can build any of these parts, so just to satisfy my own curiosity, let's have a quick test. Okay, so wooden foundation. Oh, it's going to take a minute to build. The lighting in this game is quite cool. Ah, yep. See that? Because he's got a foundation down. Let's place that. I'm already building one, but never mind. So I can now go up into this guy's base and have a quick look around. Hello? Anyone home? So a quick look, see if he's got anything in here. I'm not very nice, am I? But hey, you gotta survive, and if you leave all your stuff out here, you know, some people are gonna be curious. Blood draw kits. He's got rocks in like every box. Pickaxe. Pickaxes are pretty good, actually. Pickaxes are very good. I think they're like the best tool at the moment. I'm not sure how to access these lower boxes, but oh well. But yeah, as you can see, that's how it's done. Oh, look at that. Look at this. I want to use it now. Where can we use this? Oh, someone's got another base over here. So yeah, if you want to basically build your own custom house, you need to lay the foundation down first, which is quite cool. Oh yeah, I'm getting a lot more materials from that. So much better. Here we've got another base, sort of like unfinished, I guess. Don't know why people do that. Now I know that you can hide stuff inside fires and whatnot, so it's always worth checking if you're raiding other people's bases and so on, and so on, I should say. Okay, but anyway, I wanted to show you what some of these pre-placed towns look like. So what we're going to do is follow the road, see if I can find one. Bear with me. So here we go. Here's one of these sort of pre-placed towns. I call them towns, they're various what they are. Some of them are industrial areas, others are sort of residential. But as I get closer to this, you're going to hear a sort of Geiger counter go off. And in the bottom right corner, I'm going to start getting my rads build up. And the screen goes all funky. And here we go. We got some loot, we got some ammo, some gunpowder. I gotta be quick though, because I will die otherwise. Oh, rad vest. Oh, I'll take that. Oh, let me in. Okay, so we found some radiated cans of tuna and some anti-rad tablets. Let's try these because I haven't actually tried them yet. So there we go. Yeah, that reduced my my rads, which is good. Okay, so here we go. Here's some zombies. These guys are quite vicious. Oh Jesus! So some weapons are one-hit kills. And I got a flare from this guy. could throw that. Very nice, very nice. Nothing in there. A lot of containers. Blueprints, that's good. I can right click on that, study it. Now I can learn to make it. We've got more ammo and whatnot. Yeah, killing zombies is quite good because you'll get useful stuff. Like blueprints on how to make certain things. But these guys are just one-hit kills, which isn't too bad. More food. More ammo. And taking those rad pills has been quite useful. Quite useful indeed. Now shall I take a look upstairs? So we've got more cloth, more resources. I know you can find weapons around here as well. Sadly, I haven't had much look in that department as of yet. Oh, well, there you go. Okay, so rad suit pants, that's good. I think this reduces the amount of radiation I take. I got some boots, I got me a pickaxe, I got a blood draw kit, I got a whole bunch of paper, and some leather pants. Very nice. Now, I think I can actually pick this up. I'm not entirely sure. I know that you can take this. Maybe you have to destroy it. A friend was talking about he managed to pick one of these large containers up. But I'm not going to waste time standing around there hitting it. Okay, so I've actually got some ammo now. There we go. Bam. These are quite effective on players, especially if you get headshots. Although I shot someone in the head twice yesterday to kill them, so it took more than one bullet, but they died in the end, which is the important thing. How on earth do I get in here? Okay, there was nothing in here. Well, there you have it. This was a quick look at Rust. I'm expecting to be more updates, you know, coming out for this game. And if you're into survival games, this is quite fun. So if you're a survival enthusiast who enjoyed, say, DayZ, but figured it might need a bit more to it, like base building and such, then you should check this game out. But if you don't like, you know, buggy games or incomplete games, then you're probably best stay away until it's actually fully released. Now, I will point out that at the moment, there's been a few issues in the sense that some, what's the polite way of putting this? Some arsehole has basically been DDoSing the game for the past few days. I'm not entirely sure what the story is. I read somewhere that it was after some features added or wanted something happening and decided to hold the game, you know, hostage by DDoSing it. I'm not sure. I could be talking out my arse at the moment. I'm not sure. So something you might want to look into. So the servers are sometimes down. Oh Jesus! Out of ammo. Oh yes, down you go, zombie. Down you go. I got water bottles. I am bleeding now. I guess I'm gonna have to make me some bandages. Just quick look, quick look. Yes, that is what you have to do. Takes about 10 seconds, of course. Can't just wrap some cloth around your hand. And where did they go? Well, I thought I made some bandages. I don't see them. Pretty sure I'm blind at the moment. Oh well, it matters not. It matters not. Anyway, thank you for watching. Check out my YouTube channel for more Rust videos. And until then, see you next time. Goodbye.